Foster care in Western North Carolina is a crisis, and these children need our help. 554 children in Buncombe, Henderson, and Macon counties. Each one of these children has been through a broken situation.
In Western North Carolina right now, there's always a need for foster families. There's always a need for families to take on sibling groups and children under the age of 6. Most times that a child comes into care, it's a sudden thing. Either a kid is picked up after school or kind of picked up suddenly from their home, and just due to the situation, you don't spend a long time in there getting all the child's needs and necessities. Sometimes a child comes into care with nothing but, a diaper and a t-shirt on them.
We decided to become foster parents as a result of one of the sermons that Pastor Bruce preached a couple of years ago. In the sermon, he asked 2 questions. When was the last time that your faith cost you something? And when was the last time that you were made uncomfortable because of your faith? And for some reason, foster care just popped in my mind. Anytime that a child comes into state custody, it's because of a huge mess somewhere. As foster parents, we're inviting some of that messiness into our lives and into our home. It's no fault of the child. They're innocent victims in all of this. They just don't have a say.
It can be really hard. There's a lot of stuff that goes on when you take a child into your home. There's court hearings, there's lots of visits and meetings, just different things you have to be at, doctor's appointments. But that doesn't even compare to the emotions that go into all of it as you learn about what the child's gone through and just trying to work through all of that. That can be really hard as well. We became foster parents about a year ago when we received our first placement that was a young child that was preschool age. Since
that time, in the past year, we've learned a lot about foster care. It's messy and it's complicated.
Burnout is a big problem in foster care, and actually in this area, foster parents on average only last for 1 year or 1 placement because they get too burned out and just don't feel like they can do it anymore.
Traditionally, foster families shoulder a huge burden. Many of them never get a break. This can create a huge amount of stress on one family and can leave them feeling alone and isolated. But as a church, we believe we can help with this problem.
The model that Biltmore is working on with Black Mountain Home is that it's not just a foster family kind of in the wilderness by themselves. It's a foster family that has a team of family members, church body family members surrounding them.
Our plan is to lighten that load across more than one family. In addition to the foster family, we will also implement respite and support care individuals and families. Respite families will offer a needed break from the continuous responsibilities for a weekend once a month. Support care will also be assigned to each foster family. They will be charged with smaller but important roles, such as prayer and providing transportation.
A support system will help the foster parents continue to foster beyond just one placement.
We know that God hasn't called everybody to become foster parents, but we do believe that as Christ followers, everybody can do something. Even though it's messy and it's complicated and it's hard, what we found is it's totally worth it. To see firsthand a child go through the healing process is so worth it. It's so worth it to see a child learn about God for the first time, and to see a child learn how to pray and learn songs about God who created them and loves them.
We believe that we have the ability to completely eradicate this problem in our area. Our goal is to eliminate the need for more foster homes in our 3 counties within 5 years.
We love the saying, God doesn't call the equipped, He equips the called. And we love that because we live in that truth every day.
It's our job as foster families and as a church supporting these foster families to love on them the way that Christ loves us.